How's it going, guys? Cameron here with Canadian Gamer coming at you with another video. Starfield coverage yet again. Lots of things to talk about here. Lots of things. So the first thing is I want to mention I did call Best Buy where I pre-ordered Starfield from. And as I had mentioned in a previous video, when you order Starfield and you upgrade to the Premium Edition, which gives you the Steelbook, it's actually two separate orders. Okay, two separate transactions, if you will, that get put on your method of payment. So I got an email and it was showing me that my game was being shipped and I didn't think anything of it, and I looked at it closer today and I noticed it was actually just the Steelbook. So I go, what the fuck? Because it's set to arrive tomorrow. So I called Best Buy and I literally said to the guy, I said, I think you I said, not to him specifically, but I think you guys, pardon my French, fucked up the order here. I'm like, you're only shipping the Steelbook. I'm like, I pre-ordered the game. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to get this by the 1st. And he's like, no. He's like, with the physical orders, we get the Steelbook out to you right away. But unfortunately, the game is not available until the 6th. So unfortunately, I have to wait until the 6th. It doesn't count as a real pre-order like it would if you bought it digitally. So yeah, unfortunately, I won't be able to play the game for a couple of days. I'm totally fine with that. I've got another game I'm very close to completing, Wolfenstein for the PlayStation 3. Yes, that Wolfenstein. I got lots to say on that. Now, I also went online today and I noticed the Starfield controller has been discounted at a lot of the major retail outlets in Canada. I don't know why that is. $74.99, $15 off. And I ordered one. It was showing there was a store that had one available, and I ordered it. And then a half hour later, I got an email kicked back to me telling me that the order had been canceled. So I think the store was sold out of controllers, even though it said that there were still some available. So yeah, unfortunately, some asshole had to go on to redflagdeals.com and post, this hot deal on this controller. So that Starfield controller is literally sold out in Canada. You can't buy that anywhere. It's completely sold out. That's fine. I'm sure it'll come around again. Not a big deal. I'm really more of a Steelbook kind of guy. I like controllers, but as you guys know, I already have like one too many controllers. So that's fine. It is what it is. Now, the meat and potatoes of today's video. I watched the Starfield reviews as they went up, and obviously the first one I checked out was IGN's. And whoever the guy was who did the review, he absolutely ripped Starfield a new asshole. He didn't mince words. He was brutal in his assessment. He gave the game a 7 out of 10, and as far as video game reviews are concerned, a 7 out of 10 is like okay or good. It's not great. It's middle of the road. And I couldn't believe it when I heard this guy go off on Starfield. Right away when I heard the review, when I listened to what this guy had to say, right away you could tell by the tone of the guy's voice, this review was done up to be edgy, and get more views, more traffic towards the IGN website. Now, if you actually said that to IGN or the staff, they would deny that, obviously. They'd be like, no, that's not it at all. But like, if you go watch some of the other reviews, like G-Man Lives, who I think he does a really good job. Check him out. He gave the game, well, he doesn't really give it a score per se, but he gave it a glowing review. And Destructoid did as well. They gave it a perfect 10 out of 10. There's a lot of outlets out there that gave the game a damn near perfect score. Except for like a couple of outlets out there where they find it, the hip and cool thing to be edgy and not give a game a 10 out of 10. Yet if this game was a Sony PlayStation exclusive, I'm sure IGN would have been, first game we're going to give 11 out of 10. But they just find it like fun to shit on Xbox for no apparent reason. And you wonder why Bethesda is picky choosy when they give out these codes, you know what I mean? You think 7 out of 10 is bad? some of these other Sony ponies out there. Like Dreamcast guy, he's so bitter that he didn't get a review code because he's not, in the grand scheme of things, he's not a big time YouTuber compared to these other guys. G-Man Lives got a code. Okay, Alana Pierce got a code. You didn't get a code, Dreamcast guy, because why? Bethesda knows you're a Sony pony. Okay, you're always dogging on Xbox. You're always shitting on Starfield, and he couldn't wait. Dreamcast guy couldn't wait to put out a review video today talking about the review scores. Like not even like an hour and a half, 2 hours after the scores went live, and he had to dunk on it. And then at the end of his video, he's like, yeah, maybe I'll hold off on playing this game for a bit and just trying to he's like, I got a few funerals I have to go to this weekend. Like he doesn't have any funerals to go to. He's just trying to, that's kind of like a backhanded remark, kind of suggesting that he's digging a grave for Xbox. Basically is what he's saying. He's so bitter. He is so fucking bitter. You wonder why Bethesda didn't give you a code, you asshole. Oh my god. That being said, it goes back to what I said in yesterday's video. Whether the reviews out there are really good or average or not very good, it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. The reason why I say that is because anyone, okay, who has half a brain knows that these magnum opuses, these huge, massive in scale open world games, for you to really give a proper opinion on it, okay, it doesn't involve a publisher like Bethesda giving you a review code in 14 days to review it, where you've got to rush right through the game as fast as possible to be able to put out a bit of an assessment or opinion on it. Okay, one where you were probably already working on your script before you even got the review code, okay? And it's crunch time. IGN needs the final review in because the video has to go live once the embargo is lifted. No. If you really want to put out a real good review, and this obviously has, it doesn't appeal to these content creators that are trying to get viral videos, but if you really wanted to put out a really good review, okay, and views didn't matter, you would take your time with the game, you would soak it all in, you would play all the missions that you could possibly find on the map, all the main quest lines, all the side quests, okay? Search every nook and cranny, examine all the textures, look at the graphics, find areas where the game may not look so good, and other areas where it looks exceptional. Write it down, take video of it, take your time with it. Really get to know the game on an intimate level. I'm sorry, you can't get to know the game on an intimate level in 14 days. I'm sorry, not a game of this magnitude. And I'm seeing some reviewers out there, and they're like, well, this is sort of a review, not quite a review, because really I've only logged 30 or 40 hours into the game so far, and I haven't actually finished the main quest yet, or I finished the main quest, but I kind of didn't touch the base building mechanics or the ship building mechanics. I just haven't had time to do. Look, I can't take these reviews seriously. Honestly, the only way I'm going to know if the game is to my liking or not is for me to play it. And I know I'm going to like it, because if the game is half as good as Fallout 3 or Fallout 4 or Skyrim, and let's be honest here, folks, we know it is. It's probably leaps and bounds beyond what those games were. Just look at the goddamn thing. Look at it. Oh my god. This is a game that is meant for people like me, okay? I love Bethesda games. I love the choose your own adventure style, okay? I love the slow-paced adventure, okay, of being able to make decisions. And I love space, okay? The problem is, some of these game reviewers out there, unfortunately, they're not into space exploration. They don't like Star Wars. They might not like Star Trek. They may not like the idea of being in space. So their view of things is already jaded before they've even gotten into the game, before they even set foot on the ground, okay? And I say that all the time. When you're working for these websites, okay, I don't think you get to pick and choose what games you want to review. You're going to get games thrown your way that you may not have any interest in reviewing. So how does that fare as far as your review is concerned? That doesn't make any sense, does it? Right? Imagine if I was asked to review a Taylor Swift album. Well, obviously I'm going to have a negative look on it, right? Now, if you ask me to review a Guns N' Roses album, a band that I really love, am I going to be overly enthusiastic about it? Sure. But am I going to be honest about it in my assessment? Am I going to tell you, hey, this is a really good GNR album, but you know what? I'll be honest with you. It's not as good as Use Your Illusion. It's not, okay? Chinese Democracy was good. Very underrated album. I digress. But, like I said, if you go into something and you already have a negative opinion on it, then what good is it? You know what I mean? So, not trying to toot my own horn, but if you were really looking for an honest review, you would want to get it from someone like me or someone else out there that really enjoys Bethesda games, okay? That's going to take a couple of months to play through the game and give you a real opinion on it. You are not going to have a real opinion on this game in 2 weeks. I'm sorry. It's not going to happen. It is not going to happen. That is ridiculous, okay? That's like back when I was playing Cyberpunk 2077. The first 2 weeks, I thought the game was pretty awesome. Having a good time. But I'll tell you what. My final thoughts on that game, after I beat it, after it took me however many months to beat that game, was way more solidified and concrete, and I knew what I wanted to talk about after I had played right through that game, and I played through that game. Whereas the first 2 weeks, okay, you're still familiarizing yourself with the game. You're still in the honeymoon phase, okay? You're still not fully, a full mindset of what it is you're doing. It's still fresh. It's still fresh. You know what I mean? Talk to someone who's been playing Starfield for 6 months. Ask them then after 6 months, is the game still fresh? What did you notice after 6 months of playing this game? Well, Cam, that's a great question because after 2 or 3 months, I did the main quest line, but then after 6 months, I did all this other stuff, and now I can share with you my full opinion. Now, Cam, it's going to take me about 30 minutes to tell you what I want to talk about here because there's so much to cover, right? How can you cram a review? How can you cram your thoughts on Starfield in a 10-minute review like IGN did, okay? The guy's talking about taking a nosedive and just absolutely just asinine. If I wanted to listen to somebody talk about Starfield, it's going to be for more than 10 minutes. I can't take a 10-minute review seriously. At least with G-Man Lives, I mean, to his credit, his review is a half hour. Fair enough. So that's it. Just a total space pirate. But yeah, no, I am looking forward to it. I'm in no rush to, like I said, put out initial impressions. Everybody else is doing that right now. Everybody else is rushing through the game for you guys. They're not playing it for themselves, okay? They're trying to rush out content for YouTube. It's absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, I won't be playing the game for a couple of days. That's fine. I've got other stuff on the go. There's no rush. Starfield ain't going anywhere. And when I'm ready to talk about it, I'll talk about it. But yeah, these fucking websites that want to put out these 7 out of 10 scores just to be edgy because they know this game is extremely hyped. So they got to throw a monkey wrench in the plans because they know it's Microsoft's big coming out party and they got to just spoil the fun. Like, isn't IGN, isn't their parent company owned by Sony? Yeah, that fucking says a lot right there. Oh my god. I could be wrong on that, but I heard that. Wow. Anyways, for those of you who have access to early access, good for you. I know a couple of guys out there that I've been talking to got the Constellation Edition, and that's awesome. It looks really good. You're not getting a vinyl backpack in there, are you? Yeah, remember that? You guys don't remember that, eh? What was that? Fallout? That was Fallout 76, wasn't it? Where they promised Bethesda promised a canvas bag and it ended up being vinyl. Oh my god, they learned their lesson, And this Constellation Edition looks like it's a premium package for sure. I probably should have ordered it, to be honest with you. I don't have room for these huge box sets. Like I really don't, and it's not really a good conversation piece when the women come into the house. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Nintendo? All right, I'm going to cut it off there right at the 16-minute mark. Very exciting times. I hope you guys have a great night installing Starfield wherever you are. And we'll talk to you soon. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.